lovely. That is Culloden by the Macassans. So lovely. I'm taking it for the top once again. We'll take it all the way. I'll fade in and out with the calls coming up in less than 1 minute, God willing. Tell 10 to tell 10, retweet to retweet. Independence all the way.
Hello, your call cannot be taken at the moment.
Hi, sorry to bother you. My name's Jimmy Alba. I'm phoning from Scottish Democracy 2014. It was just regarding the referendum, I take it. Did you get to see the TV programme with the politicians the other night regarding the referendum, sir?
I saw some of it, yes,
Yeah, I was just to get your take on what you think the way the election campaign's been going. Have you been finding out you've been getting enough information regards it all?
Well, it's basically my wife is dealing with it, but she's more interested than I am in politics, so it's even better talking to her.
Well,
are you for or against?
Well, see, this is what I'm now for it, but before I was against it, up to about 6 months ago. I'm phoning completely on my own, no party allegiance, nothing, not a politician, and I'm concerned when you hear people saying, oh, Scotland can't do this and Scotland can't do that, and I'm of their mind, if anybody says a Scottish person can't do anything, then we should be saying, well, no, we can do anything we want. We put on an a Commonwealth Games, We invented penicillin, the pneumatic tyre, TV. There's nothing we can't do, and I think it's time we had our own democracy. And
I agree with you. How did you get my number?
I used to do telesales, and I've clicked on the new technology. Instead of ripping a bit of paper out of a book, as I used to do in the old time, I've just went into the computer and I've copied and pasted it. I've got my wee Skype, I'm doing it on my computer, and as I say, I'm doing it on my own back because I want to change. I've got 3 kids, it's not for me, but I realise at 42, the last time there was a chance we could do something like this, I was only 7, and there'll probably be another chance, and I'm desperate for Scotland to do it, so I'm taking it on behalf of myself to phone, and if I can find somebody who's a yes, are you almost certain to be a yes voter then, sir?
I'm yes, but not 100%. 100%. I'm going to vote yes.
Right.
But I'm still not 100% convinced. But my wife is, and she's been doing it on her computer. But
is she going to vote yes?
I'm not political minded at all, and it gets me because I'm not political. It's simple as that. But I feel Scotland should be on our own.
I mean, the stuff with the currency, I mean, I don't know if you made the debate. I mean, the 2 politicians, they were just typical politicians. I'm not a big fan of Salmon, but I mean, the thing with the currency, I don't know, what's your take on the currency?
Didn't see that part.
Oh, I think I was in the middle, but the thing with the currency, because they keep saying...
I felt Salmon didn't answer him when what do you call him, still, what's his name?
Darwin, aye.
Aye, when he made something, that was a joke or something. What was it he said?
You don't get jokes or something. You don't get jokes or something.
We do make jokes or something like that.
It was a cheeky way he did it, wasn't it?
That wasn't a joke.
No, it was a cheeky way he did it as well. I didn't like that.
Yeah, and I'm surprised someone didn't pick him up on it.
Well, I think because maybe spin doctors have said to Salmon, you want to keep calm here, because I think a lot of women are not too impressed with Salmon, so they don't like somebody who's going to be aggressive. So I think he was more calm and measured than Darwin, because I think he was a bit more aggressive. But I mean,
he certainly was more aggressive. He definitely was.
He did.
But I didn't like him.
No,
I didn't like him one little bit.
Well, I think that's why Salmon kept calm, because everybody could see what the score was. He was aggressor, and Salmon's just like, he was answering. I was trying to answer it, but he couldn't get a chance to answer it because he was shouting him down. Yep.
I say, I'm not qualified to even answer the questions you want answered.
No.
Because, as I say, for a start, I'm not political.
That's cool.
I'm definitely, and another thing that gets me, and what I have said, who's causing this bother with people putting up yes in their car, getting vandalised? Who's causing all this, and where's it coming from? That's my big question.
I've not heard much of that. Has it been much down your way about cars getting vandalised with the yes on?
Well, not a lot, but there have been. In fact, it was up in a friend of ours in Lewis, I think it was, and they converted. It was a dad's house, and they were doing it up, and he's a MP for the SNP, and the yes stickers in the house, and it was the house was vandalised, and God, what's this village in it's either Euston or Lewis or one of the islands anyway.
Aye,
and it was done up there, and when I heard that in the islands,
I know you're thinking a bit more peaceful up there. You maybe expect it when I'm sitting in Glasgow, but not in an island.
Exactly. And I was just wondering who was behind all this, the aggression against the yes voters. I didn't like that at all.
No, I mean, it's a democracy. Everybody's allowed to should have their vote and see the way it goes, you know.
Yeah, if you want to vote no, that's fine with me. And if you want to vote yes, that's great with me. But the point is,
respect.
A bit of fear about you, saying, what if you got a yes sticker up there, you're wondering when the car's going to get vandalised, or the house, or yourself, whatever.
I know.
I'd just love to find out who's against all this, who's behind all this.
I never know. With the aggression at Alistair Darling, I wouldn't be surprised he's paid a few dafties today, some naughty stuff. Hopefully no anyway. But I mean, the nonsense he kept coming out with, with the currency, I don't know. I mean, they keep saying that we couldn't keep the pound, but I personally think that part's a lot of baloney, because when you analyse it, if you go to places like the Isle of Man, they've got their own pound. And well, it's not the pound you can't take into a shop in Scotland or England, but you can go to a bank and change it, and they've got their own pound at Isla, Jersey, Guernsey. All these places have got their own pound. So I would think that Scotland could keep its own pound or have a Scottish pound similar. So all the hype and all the stuff they keep saying about the jobs, I think it's just fear mongering with these people, because I think the real reason why they want to keep Scotland in it is because of the oil. They know that if we walk away with the oil, it's going to do them a bit of a trouble.
Well, I think when I was younger, it must have been the 60s, 70s, when I think the first time it came round, the oil is flowing, really flowing. But I've since heard that there's still more to be tapped than what has been used in Scotland.
I heard something of that, because Cameron was up in the Shetlands, because a lot of people were saying it was doing up in the Shetlands, that they supposedly got a big oil find that they're just trying to keep under wraps in it.
Yeah, and this racking, another thing that they're doing. I mean, there's so many things that I don't understand, and again, because I'm not interested in politics, but there's some things that if I notice that it's going to hurt us, then I can read about it or whatever. But in the 60s or 70s, the late 60s, early 70s, that's when we should have gone for it, when it was really flowing, and see the English getting everything.
I know.
And I was losing everything.
You're damn tootin', because you just have to look to Norway. I mean, Salmon keeps quoting that, but I mean, even where you like him, agree with him, you got to respect the fact that Norway took their own oil and they invested it, and they've got a big sovereign slush fund where on the stock market. Well, I mean, they've not got the situation over in Norway where all people have to either worry about either heating or eating during the winter, because they've subsidised all their. I mean, look how cold it is. They've got it even colder over there, so they're getting all the electricity and gas cheaper than we've got over here, because it's about looking after the population. And I think that Scotland, if you look at under the SNP, themselves, I've not voted and I'm not a fan, but they have done a couple of good things compared to what they've got doing in England. Like the prescriptions are free.
We're going to use the NHS according to England.
Well, that's it.
We're going to lose that.
We'll lose it if we keep with Britain, by the Tories, because
we're going to lose that if we vote no.
Aye, I know.
But as I say, I'm sorry I can't help you, because as I say, I'm not really particularly minded.
Listen, all it was to get your take on the way the events. You've gave me that, and just to see if you're going to be voting yes, and I'm voting with my heart and going for yes, and I'm just trying to encourage people to do the same, and it seems like you would do.
Yes, aye, but
that's it. That's the way forward.
Still, I've got this 1 or 2 wee reservations. Again, possibly because I'm not politically minded, maybe that. If I was,
what is the reservations, and I can maybe ease your minds. What is the reservations you've got?
Well, everybody's saying we've got all this oil, all this gas, the wind power, the sea power. I can understand because we're a small island up here anyway. No down there as big as down there, but it just, can we afford it? How are we going to take that back or get it back? Or it's Scotland's oil, and Westminster's taking it. But how are we going to say to Westminster, right, it's no longer yours? How do we do that?
Well, the simple way I would look at it, and the thing for the pound and everything else, is why with these politicians, they'll talk a hard game and they'll say, oh, they'll do this and that. But you just have to look. It's called compromise, and that's what they've done. Like the Tories and the Liberals, who would have thought that they two pair of clowns would have got together and sat down and says, oh, we'll come together as government. So I think that once it gets to, if the Scottish people vote, then Cameron's got no choice. And to be honest, even although, I think he's kind of half wanting it, because if Scotland pulls out, then it means that a lot of the Labour would be lost down for there. So it might suit his party, but I would...
That's where I would have to disagree. I think Cameron's terrified that he loses us. That's my take on it.
Because he would lose his credibility, because he'd break up the
union. He would lose oil, he would lose the revenue if we actually physically managed to take it over, and it would be ours.
But that's what I'm saying. I would say a compromise would be, we would get some of it, and then they would get a bit as well, and then, because obviously the debt is going to be cut up, whatever the debt is, and we're getting about 8 or 9%, but by the size of the population we've got to them. So whatever it's got to be, I would imagine it would be a case of that they would divvy it up and they say, well, we'll sort it out this way, because they can't have a split that's too amicable. You know, because if they do, then it's going to damage England and the Westminster government more than us, because they're 10 times the size here. So if they get a bit cheeky about it and get horrible,
but sure, if you're going to vote independence, Scotland, end of story, it's yours. It's all yours. No 10% here. It's all yours.
Well, I would say more than that. I would maybe say we could claims to about 80 or maybe even 90%, because if you look at where the oil is and where the bit is, I mean, if it's to keep them sweet, I'd throw them a 5 or 10% as a wee bargaining tool. Say, here, away and geese peace and take that. No, I mean, something like that.
Sure, if the population votes yes, why keep them sweet? Fuck them. Oh, sorry, excuse me. But bugger them. Let them go on with it. They've let us go on with it. They're not going to shit of us. So why should we be sweet to them?
You're right. I mean, I would just try to be nice and polite. I mean, I'm not wanting anything, maybe, because when it comes down to it, I mean, it's always been known in the British Army, it's been the Scots have been the best fighters, so if it comes down to it, we'll have an army down by Watford Gap for the evening. We'll be taking fish suppers and iron brew in Watford Gap before we take over London within a week, you know what I mean? So if it comes to it, if they're playing hardball over the oil, then we'll... Hope it doesn't get that far, but no, but I can see what you're saying. It is our oil after all, isn't it?
It is. But anyway, that's the door, and my wee dogs are coming back for a walk, so I better go and get them in the car.
Brilliant.
You can, I hope you get a lot more folks in now, anyway.
Indeed. And if anybody you know is halfway in as well, try and convince them, because it's all about...
We're actually adding that just now.
Aye,
although
that's the way to go.
Much to do with it, but I still have my wee oar in Moon again.
Good stuff.
Okay,
well, I'll let you go then, get the wee dogs in, right? I'll speak to you soon. Thanks for speaking to us, and take care. God bless.
Bye.
I keep going to say I'll speak to you soon. No fucking, that might frighten them as well. I better stop saying that. I was this fucking nut job. Speak to you soon. I fucking just get rid of him. Right. He's voting yes, but you get one or two concerns. Just try to get those concerns, just iron the concerns out there. Right.
Hi there. Looks like Sandy Jenny or Mike are available.
Don't believe any names or numbers. Come on now, play the game. It's a crackpot on tour.
Welcome to B.
I'll need to be careful what I say bad about that David Cameron, because I'm phoning the Camerons. Right. Oops, I shouldn't have given you that information. Right, keep that under your hats. So we can't put that one down as a conversion. So maybe we getting two a day, 50 days, that's 100. Are you doing your 100? How are you going for your 100 target? Telling 100 people who are out there voting yes to do something positive at least. And have you converted 100? Oh, whoever it was in the huddle board said they were going to give a number. Somebody gave the number on... Sniper gave the number. Sniper, if you're there. Am I to do the call live? Do you want me to do the call live to air? I won't proceed until you get back to the message actually if you want. And incidentally, if anybody wants any relatives, friends or whatever, to be given information by a crackpot, then by all means, that's what I'm here for. It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. The more the merry. Just send them this way. Send them the number in a DM if you're on the hoverboard. Instant message. You can do it live there if you want to do it off air, and then provide you with the copy later on for your own exclusive ears. It can be done also. Right, but it's all about you doing your bit as well. Because if it's just a fan to like myself and nobody else is doing anything, then there's no point. Well, there is a point, because we're going to win. We are going to win. I've got a better feeling now than I've ever had for a while. Scotland is going to vote yes. All that, I don't think there's any doubt. The figures.
Hello?
Hello. Sorry to bother you. My name's... Yeah, that's not too clever, is it?
Hello?
Hello. Yes, it's Jimmy Alba here from Scottish Democracy 2014.
Sorry, who's that?
My name's Jimmy Alba from Scottish Democracy 2014. It's regarding the referendum. I was just to ask, did you get a chance to see? It was just a chance. Did you get a chance to see that that debate the other night on the TV?
I watched it, yeah.
I mean, would you What do you take of these politicians? Have you been able to get enough information with their politicians?
Well, actually, I thought it was a bit diabolical the way they went on. There wasn't an awful lot of good answers.
Exactly, that's the way I thought as well. Well, I'll explain why I'm phoning you. I'm doing this totally independent. I'm not part of any political party. I'm not a politician. I'm just a concerned Scotsman who wants democracy in Scotland for the first time in about 300 years, proper democracy. I used to be thinking I would vote no, but then when I heard all these politicians being negative and saying, you know, Scotland can't do this and we can't do that, I thought, well, that's not right. And I looked into it, and with all the information I got in my hands, I thought, well, now's the time. We really should go for it. I don't know what your own take on it is, but I'm inclined to be.
I still think it's no, as far as I'm concerned.
I know. I mean, are you undecided? Would you take convincing? Are you a definite no? Or do you think
I'm not changing my mind. No. That's it.
Do you not think that Scotland deserves a wee chance to be able to have its own system of democracy? Because if you look now, there's...
I don't see why we're going to benefit, really, to be honest with you. I don't see... No, I don't even know why they even started it out, and where all this money was spent, and all this documentation, all these leaflets that go round about, all this money spent and wasted in actual fact that could have gone to benefit all these folks that complain about that's on these food banks. They could have given them £20 a head and it's still been in pocket.
I hear what you're saying, right, but then see if you look down at London. London has got a housing boom. London has got so many jobs down there that they're in boom time. Yeah, we have got, and Alex Salmon, what he said there about 35 food banks round about the Glasgow area, he wasn't rang. So there's something seriously wrong that when Scotland has access to an oil field that a country the same size called Norway is able to take a lot of that oil and give a good return to the people. There's nobody over in Norway that has to suffer from...
Have you seen the cost of living in Norway?
But have you seen the price of oil and gas over there? That the price is dirt cheap, that there's nobody there in fuel poverty like they've got over here. And they're a lot colder. They've not got fuel poverty. No, people don't have to choose between heating and eating because at least the government looks...
They go on a plane and come to Scotland with all their stag folk. It's still cheaper than having a night out up there.
Granted.
I'm not sorry.
But that's one thing. Would you not think that the oil would be put to better use if it was controlled by Scottish politicians instead of English politicians?
I don't think so. No in the hands of the politicians will go anyway. And most politicians always saying they only consider themselves first anyway, so...
Indeed, and that's why I'm phoning you myself, because I'm not leaving it to these politicians to try and convince people, because a lot of them are doing it out of their own thing. I'm not benefiting anything. I'm just doing it because, well, I've got 3 children that I think that they would benefit in the long run of Scotland. I mean, you sound like a proud Scot. I mean, it's not, for me, it's not even about breaking up the union or being part, because what I think would happen, the United Kingdom, it would still be a union of sorts, because we're not going to distance ourselves from England. We're still going to be part of a union. It's just going to be in a different formation. And the only difference would be that Scotland has got its own laws and schools, and now the only thing it's going to be is we're going to have our own proper democracy with our own control of the finance, and we're still going to have to intermingle with the English. We're still going to have good relations, and we're going to have many dealings with them. There's no doubt about that.
I'm not too convinced about your argument at all.
Well, what is it that's not convincing, if you don't mind me asking? No, okay. Listen. What is it that's not convincing, if you don't mind me asking?
Eh?
Just so that I can improve.
I didn't even think about a separation, and then suddenly somebody wants us separated. Then we wanted our own parliament. We'll go to it. We could run our own business. Okay, maybe we'll get more to say about the running of the country through Parliament or no, I don't know. But I mean, there's no way going back after you make a decision, that's it.
Well then, if you look, see the Parliament we've got, right, you mentioned the Parliament we've got, are you aware that if Scotland was to vote anything that the Westminster Parliament didn't like, they are at their liberty to say, no, we're not signing this piece of legislation. So if we sign something saying, we're going to do this or we're going to do that, the Scottish people want this, if the Westminster government say, oh, we don't want that. So all I would say to you, sir, is that a democracy? It's not a democracy when the Tory MPs are only one MP, you've got 2 Chinese pandering in Edinburgh Zoo, and what do we get? We get a Tory government. It's no fair, mate. You must be able to see that's no fair situation when you look at it like that.
Well, I mean, when you see the population of Scotland dying the way it is, I mean, how are they going to sustain themselves anyway? There's not enough people left to put money in the pot to start with.
Well, then a way to look at that, then the less people, the more oil for the rest of us. Then I mean, we'll be walking about like Arabs before we know it, mate. We'll be walking about like Arabs.
Okay. Right. Cheers.
Listen, take care.
Bye.
Vote yes. Think with your heart and never mind what your head says, and go all the way for yes for Scotland.
Right,
God bless.
You're wasting your phone call, but never mind.
No, not a problem. Take care. You're wasting your vote. Hope you lose a key for your house to get out that day and you fucking stuck in for a day. Stop you fucking wasting your vote. I'm not wasting my call because I go use the maximum at all times. Never see talking to failure. Never see failure as a failure. It's the next step to success. Always and forever, right? Remember yesterday, 3 hours knocking our pan in, 2 conversions, a numbers game. We get 2 conversions, and then the lovely thieves and vagabond gentlemen, absolutely tremendous. Right, hold on. So that last number there, we don't need that. I'll put that here. Right, so who thinks he was a loyalist? Or a unionist at least. Hello?
Hello, Air 268432.
Oh, sorry to bother you. I'm just, my name's Jimmy Alba. I'm phoning from Scottish Democracy 2014. It was regarding the referendum. It was just to get your take on. Did you get to see the TV debate with the politicians regarding it the other night there?
I saw part of it.
Yeah, it was just, I'm here as an information exercise to find out, are you decided what way you're going to go yet? Are you
well, I mean, I had decided beforehand anyway, regardless of the TV debate.
And you don't mind me asking, are you thinking of going yes or no, or are you...
Yes.
You going for a yes?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant. Well, See, myself, I was thinking of no up to a few months ago, but when I heard all these politicians saying, well, we can't do this, I looked into it and I thought, well, you're wrong, we can do it and we've got to go for it. So if you believe something, you've got to go for it. I mean, what convinced yourself, or have you always been a long time, yes?
My husband worked all his adult life towards independence. He died 4 years ago, and it was always his hope that he would live to see Scotland as an independent country. So now it would be almost regardless of what I might think, my vote would obviously go for yes. Because I feel he never got to see it himself, so I've got to see it. He's got to see it through me.
Brilliant. Well,
okay.
myself, I'm just. I used to do telesales and work for people, but now I'm a committed person because I believe in this so strongly myself that we should have it, and whatever. I mean, your husband, obviously, God rest him, for having those same feelings that Scotland should do it for whatever reason chose him, and I'm just here to try and convince people, and for anybody who's a yes as well, to say, you know, if we do it together, we don't need the politicians to do it, we need to do it ourselves. We tell everybody, you know, listen to our hearts and not our heads, and there will be problems and there might be downsides.
Well, obviously, yes.
We're going to get there if we
not all roses.
No. But
anyway.
I won't accept anybody saying Scotland can't do it, you know, because we're a great people. We can do a lot of good stuff, and so. Well,
all success with your telephone campaign.
No problem, and thank you for I'm sorry to bother. I was just explaining why I was phoning them. As I say, I'm looking for anybody who's undecided, then try to convince them. But and if anybody's like yourself, yes, you know, then God bless.
Okay, then. Right, bye.
Take care. Bye bye. Right. That was sad. Her wee husband. Let's do it for that wee woman's husband. I should phone that one back. Let's move on. Come on, do your bit for that wee woman's husband. Phone about, phone your friends, phone relatives, phone anyone. Don't be shy, give it a try. Move out your comfort zone. Make this your bucket list. To do tele-canvassing for the yes. Build up your courage. Come on, people. Fucking do it. Simple. Do it for your own mobile. Do it for your landline.
26539.
Hello, sorry to bother you. My name is Jimmy Alba. I'm phoning from Scottish Democracy 2014. I was just to get your take on the referendum situation. Did you get to see the debate the other night with the politicians, sir?
I switched it off halfway through in total disgust. It was like Wayne's arguing in a school playground.
I thought that myself. I persisted the full way through, but I have to, in hindsight, I wish I'd took the same stance as yourself.
I went out and had a pint instead.
I wish I was close to you. I could have been down and chewed the cud with you then, because it's thoroughly depressed with the end of it. I mean, did it influence your way you voting? Have you decided? Are you undecided? Are you?
No, I mean, there's more than half an hour on a bloody television screen with two people waving like idiots. It's far more important than that, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it did.
And what way are you voting, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a yes voter.
Good sir, good sir. Well, for myself, I'll explain why I'm phoning you. I'm doing this off my own back. I'm not part of any party or anything. And up to a few months ago, I was thinking, well, no, but with too many of these politicians, especially failed politicians, saying Scotland can't do this and do that, I thought, well, I looked into it, and the more I looked at it, I thought, we really need to do this. It's not out of pure national, it's just pure out of, we need our own democracy, we need our own government that can say is ours, because up until, if we don't do it, then we're just... I mean, have you been a yes voter for a long time? Have you been campaigning a long time yourself?
Well, I've been a member of the SNP since the early 70s.
Good. And do you think we're going to do it this time? Do you think it will happen this time?
Sorry?
Do you think it's going to happen this time?
No, I don't think it will, but it'll not be my fault.
So do you feel that Alex Salmond would be... Do you think there'd be anybody better that can do the job that he done the other night, or do you think?
No, Alex Salmond is a very intelligent man.
Indeed.
I mean, he did a tremendous amount of stuff at the Royal Bank before he became a politician. He's an extremely well respected man. A lot of the oil company finance systems and stuff he was head of the team that set a lot of that up. You know, he's nobody's mug, but he just, I don't know, he just wasn't cutting the mustard on, what was it, Tuesday night?
Yeah. I mean, you got to admire him, because I mean, he's single-handedly, well, not single-handedly, but it seems like that anyway. His drive and determination to achieve, the way they did in the last election, to win an election in a parliament that wasn't designed to have a majority government like that, and then get the thing pushed through, it's a remarkable achievement. So even if it fails this time, it's to get it to that level with the amount of animosity and the way the people don't want it down at Westminster. It's astonishing that we've got it this far. So that's why I'm trying to do what I can, because once we've got it this far, we've got to do our best to get it. Push it over the line.
Well, I think that's about the size of it, but there we are.
Do you get the feeling? I mean, I was thinking earlier on, I've got the feeling that these polls aren't quite as they seem, or do you reckon that, it could be a lot closer?
I don't know. I mean, people tend to answer these things. I mean, there's just folk getting stopped in the street, isn't it? And then telephone calls like this one of yours. If someone's in a bit of a hurry or whatever, I'll just have a cup of tea and a cigar, because I've been working all the rest of the day, but I've just got in. So,
yeah, you're right.
My turn to cook my wife's tea. So,
no problem. Well, listen, I'm not keeping you. I was just there to say, I'm just out doing my own stuff, trying to do something for the Yes campaign. So, God bless her, and I'm sorry to bother you this time then, yeah?
You're fine. Good luck.
Take care, thank you.
Cheers now.
Bye-bye. Right. We don't want to dwell too long on the people already voting yes, but this is a good response we're getting anyway.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Sorry to bother you. My name's Jimmy Alber. I'm from Scottish Democracy 2014. It was just regarding the referendum. It was to ask you, did you get a chance to see the debate the other night with the politicians?
Yes, I did.
Because, I was here to find out, is a negative campaigning that they're doing, is that influence you at all to, with the negative campaigning? Do you feel it's too negative?
I don't know.
No. Well, listen, I was here, I'm sorry to bother you, I was just here I was part of the No campaign a few months ago, and I've took it upon myself to look at all the information, and I'm now just making phone calls out, campaigning for the Yes. So I'm really sorry to have bothered you. I'm not, as I say, I'm not part of any political party. I've got 3 children, three teenage children, and I think maybe Scotland would be better if we had a chance to have our own democracy where, instead of having a parliament voted from down in England dictating to us. I mean, I don't know the way you feel yourself on that.
I've got my own feelings.
No problem. Well, as I say, I'm not here to impinge on anything. I do apologise for taking your time, and God bless you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. I didn't want to take it any further. When she says she's got her own feelings, I kind of take that as an indication that she was on the other side. And being of the elderly generation, they don't really want to share it, especially with a crackpot stranger like myself. So regardless what you think of my numpty head, I do respect the old coffin daughters. God bless them. Right.
Aye.
Aye, answer machine, and bye. Right, so you've got to play your bit if you're out there. Do your bit. Phone, speak, talk, get out there, do your bit in your jobs. Take the debating points that you hear.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your...
Take the debating points you hear and go with it, run with it. Right, I'll get down at the bottom of this page. I'm going to go see if there's any messages there, if anybody wants anybody called. This is the last one on this page. I'll go and see it now. I'll just refresh. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hi. Sorry to bother you. My name's Jimmy Alba. I'm phoning from Scottish Democracy 2014. Indeed. Just turn up, right. Right, the numbers are like, sorry, I'll get it back there. Tommy Tucker, the cheeky fecker. The numbers today are astonishing. Yes, all the way. Maybe some of these knows, like the one that hung up there, and the wee woman who wanted to keep her feeling, maybe their nose, but hey. And there was somebody else earlier on, so it's not bad. No conversions, just started the show, so we're just in our infancy. Sadly, how long we've been on for, I won't be able to do a full 3-hour show today. And I may have to end it rather abruptly at some point, and I do apologise for that. When we've been on? We've been on for what? We'll keep it going till it's 5. How's that? When do I start? Started at 4:45. So we'll try and go to 5. So just a wee quick show, just try to do my bit. Right, we're in air, and I think we're going to go to Kilwinning. Kilwinning. Anyone in Kilwinning? Let me see. Tis, I spelled that wrong. Yeah, I've got it right now. Right. Yes. Right. There's Wonder Boy here. We're in Wonder Boy's area. Right, hold on. Just check the Twitter. Shit. Stay there, crackpot, so just got a member of family about to phone me, I think. Stay there. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Sorry to bother you. My name's Jimmy Alba from Scottish Democracy 2014.
Right.
I was just regarding the referendum. I was just to get your take on it. Have you decided which way you're likely to vote in the referendum, if at all?
I'm not at the moment. I'll tell you why. I'm actually moving next week.
All right.
So I've got a lot in my head at the minute. I'm
Understand.
moving from Kilwinning to Hamilton.
Oh, right, it's a big move. Aye, good luck
Aye,
with it.
so aye.
Good luck with it.
So
aye,
I've
aye, aye.
not been taking any day in the new really.
Aye.
I
Well,
just thought that was one of my phone calls coming back there.
Oh no, so no.
All
Well,
these phone calls, I've not got a clue.
aye. Well, I'll be brief. I'll just explain why I'm phoning and get off. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm just here. I'm a concerned citizen of Scotland. I'm a father with 3 weans, and I want Scotland to have a democratic system instead of being dictated to from Westminster. And the way I look at it, it's not about nationalism. I'm not really a good Scotsman or whatever. It's just about getting control of our own country for the first time in 300 years. And I used to be thinking...
Do you know that? Because I get in touch with the Glasgow, the Blantyre MP, sorry. And I'm actually disabled, right? So he's been helping me with the housing and that. But at first they were saying I wasn't entitled to would you cry it? I would forget this.
A house? A low-down house?
Aye, a sheltered housing, right?
Aye.
But I've been told otherwise because, I mean, I can't get in for myself, like, you know. So I got him and he fought my corner and he got me that.
Good.
I've been waiting in the house for 2 years, 9 months and he's got me points and points and points.
Good.
Now I've been telling him there. I've not told him yet though. But I'm needing help. I'm moving to here to Hamilton, right? I got a chairlift. My mother's got one. I'm moving in with my mother. My mum's chairlift's too small for me, right? So the social service in Hamilton's telling me I've got to wait 8 weeks before anybody would come and see me. No, they're telling me they use a commode in my mother's living room. My mum says I'm not using that, you know, and I've got to go up on my knees to try and get upstairs. I mean, it's a joke. So I was actually thinking of phoning him up and see if he can help me get me moving quicker, you see. Because I don't know where to turn next now.
You should complain, you should take it.
I mean, that's ridiculous to use a commode. Come on now. And I have to live in the living room. I've seen where I sleep like. Well, there's a couch. I said, I can't sleep on the couch with my spine. I use an upright chair. You can sleep there. I said, I don't think so. So I'm just like that. I thought that was maybe him phoning again there with some good news.
Well, I would like to think you wouldn't get the same carry on if it was Scotland. We might be a bit richer. We might be able to run our own country better because I think we've had half our stuff stolen by the Westminster government.
I know.
Too much of that oil's disappeared and we've been left to suffer for years up here. Do you agree?
That. It's true. It really is bad, isn't it? But
second-class citizens. But anyway, listen, I'll not keep you because I was just in case you got a call coming through. But it was just to say to you, I was thinking of voting no myself. I've decided with all the carry on, I'm going to be voting yes. So I'm taking it upon myself to try and vote, to try and speak to as many people as possible, and to encourage them to vote yes. If you're thinking, please, will you do that for us, if you get a chance?
I know, so they'll be doing the same, I'm sure.
God bless, if you can, and if anybody you know around about you, just say, look, it makes sense for us to go that way. I mean, too many...
My friends here and my friends in Hamilton, so they'll be doing that anyway, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, I think they're sick of it all, really.
You
It's
know,
really bad to enter, though.
I know, and too many people put too much thought into it, saying, what will happen if this happens and that happens. We just should go for it and say, let's go for it, yeah, all right?
I know, we've got to do something, you know what I mean? Something's got to change. We can't just keep it like this.
You're right.
All right, you know what I mean?
You're right. People are getting kicked off the what do you call it, the sick stuff and all that, and then, I mean, all right. I mean, it's bad enough kicking somebody off, but to take them after the money and give them nothing to live on for months on end, it's...
Right, she's in a wheelchair and she get told she's not bad enough yet. She's cerebral palsy. You want to go, do you want to see this last night and they kicked her off it?
Dear God.
She's not bad enough yet and took her back off it. But it's people kidding on, like... People used to get in there with walking sticks and their backs on the get away with it. He said to me, how do you know you've got it? I goes, well, I went for an x-ray. I thought, what a joke, isn't it? All these people kidding on, people that need it getting kicked off it. Shocking.
Well, it's good if they weed them up. If they weed all the ones out who are swinging the lead, then I suppose it's a good thing for a job. But when it's innocent people that get caught up in it and don't deserve it, it's a bloody liberty taking exercise, isn't it?
It is. It's not right, man.
I know.
Shocking the way that everything's going around about it now.
I know, and that's the Tories for you, because I mean, they don't care for anybody as long as they've got their stuff. I mean, they probably think, well, this is a good idea, let's go for it. And instead of thinking, well, it might be a good idea to stop all the people who are swinging the lead, but you're going to...
They've been donkeys every day. Do you know they get £17 a week when they've got a dog?
Have you? Aye.
That's a joke. They really do though. They get £17 extra a week because they've got a dog. I thought this is so unreal, isn't it?
It's a joke, isn't it?
I know. And well, it's unbelievable that. I think they need to change really. You know what I mean? They're not going to spend it on their dog, that's for sure.
Oh, I know. Unless the dog takes smack as well. You know what I mean? Unless the dog's partial to a wee hit up.
I wouldn't be surprised with him, man.
Suppose it's the only way the dog will be able to get some food in it, you know what I mean?
They want to do a system up there, it's ridiculous, man. But the same again, as you say, you know, definitely, they're not doing it right.
No. Well, I would like to think that...
You're not going to get anywhere.
That's it. No, but I would like to think that if Scotland had any chance, I think the people there in the Scottish Parliament care a wee bit for the people than they do. They brought in free prescriptions and they brought in stuff for the wage for the universities. Right. It's cheap, you know. Exactly. So I think they care for the people a wee bit more, and that's why we should give them a chance.
Definitely. Oh, aye.
But anyway, I'll let you go. I'm sorry for taking your time, just in case somebody else is phoning you, right?
Aye, no problem, son.
Take care. God bless.
You too. Goodbye.
Cheerio.
Bye.
All the best for the move. Bye-bye. Right. I'll put that down as a convinced, right? I'll put that down. She's humming and hawing. We can't have you humming and hawing out there. Nay, humming and fucking hawing. You can sit there humming if you don't want to go for a bath, but I don't want any humming and hawing. Right? Sit there humming if you don't have a shower or a bath. We know there's enough filthy layabouts out there. As long as you vote yes, you can be a filthy layabout. You just know why you're undecided. It's true, right? When I used to do the sales, very briefly before we went to this next call, we used to get areas, they called it high dem and low dem, so you get the Mearns or the Briggs or Mulgavy or something like that, and you get big off fancy houses. Well, see that, the bigger the fancy houses, they weren't too bad. It was the ones who lived in the areas of wee semis and end terrace who think they were the bee's knees because they had that G77 or whatever postcode it is. But I used to hate them because they would sit there and they'd pull out their bill and they maybe make, I don't know, about £15-20 worth of calls, and they're ripping the bill to bits. God, how much are we going to save? Are we saving anything? I mean, I'm going to tell the lies to anyone. I say, well, look, you're not paying much, to be honest, so the chances of saving you much is, well, unless you're going to have everybody on cable, do you really on cable? And if they go like that, no, well, then you're like, well, you know, that's the only major saving you're going to get. But then I'm not making many fucking calls anyway. £15 or 3 months, that's a fiver a thing with. The prices BT were charging back then, I mean, that's half a minute a call a day probably. So they don't make any calls. What can you save them? Yet they're pulling the bills out, analysing it, 2 hours later, scratching who all like that. Oh, for fuck. No, we don't want to go for it. Whereas you go into a low dem house, you just go bang bang boss, right, here we go. You walk about Milton, somebody's watching the TV, they're pulling you in by the scruff of the neck. The only downside is you needed the money up front, 20 bangers or 25 bangers. You had to come back in gyro day and you had to go out early doors to grab the money because chances were it was junkie bills you were dealing with, you know what I mean? They were out spending it. They were for the TV, but if you didn't get there before they went for a smack or a fucking whatever, you were on to Nanty, another 2 week wait. I'd actually in Cafe Street the first time I get released up there. It was in the World Cup in '98, so what's that, 16 years ago I think it was. We were getting out the fucking footballs. NTL, cable tel football. Within the first week I signed up about 80 people out of my 150 doors. 80 people. I'd only got the cash after about 30. I had 50 sitting in my bag waiting to go around and get the cash. They were in fucking total awe. Well, I was good. Anybody could have done it. It was just anybody went in there and fucking wrote up the business. It wasn't a case of fucking doing anything brilliant. Fucking just my pot luck. I go to the end of Cafe Street that's got up down now, and it was just fucking people just gagging for the fucking free TV because you knew what they were going to do. If any of them had any house, you'd pay the cable guy who was the dodgy cable guy to get the dodgy blokes in and both free sport and everything. That's it. Once you go to the wire, then get it in the wire. Either bump us after a month. Fandans like me with the sales commission, we're getting a flying monkeys. As long as we got them in and settled, that was us. We're away with the commission. Right, onwards and upwards. So the ones in the low downs, they're the ones you want. They can be convinced. On the street, these hoy-toy, high-falutin fan bands in the big houses, get them to France. You know, that's another success as well. Somebody's actually leaving Kilwinning. Somebody's moving up.
Welcome to voicemail. The person...
Somebody's moving up market, leaving Kilwinning. That's almost as near a miracle as Celtic getting into the next leg of the Champions League. Good God. Look at that David Cameron mobile. Oh shit. He's in Dalry. How can you get a mobile on the BT? Is it a BT mobile? There is somebody here actually, David Cameron mobile in Dalry. Hello? 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 Kunta Kinte? Nobody there. Not even Kunta Kinte or Kunta Kinte is there. Right, onwards and upwards. Quarter to 5, the G-Man, I think, from Celtic Dreams is on at 7:30 tonight. 7:30. It's a bit of a weird ring into it for a landline. It's not as if you can take a landline abroad with you, or can you? I suppose you can if it's on Skype.
Voicemail. The person you have called.
Hello, your call cannot be taken at the moment.
Hello, your call cannot be taken at the moment.
Hello, hi Kirk.
Hello?
Hello? Hi,
Yes,
hi Kirk.
Yes, hi, sorry to bother you. My name's Jimmy Alba. I'm phoning from Scottish Democracy 2014.
Right.
I was just phoning in regards to the referendum. I don't know if you got a chance to see the debate the other night with a couple of politicians that was on.
Right, no, we never saw that.
No, I was just phoning here to cut through all the nonsense that the politicians give. I'm just an ordinary citizen, not aligned to any party, but up until a few months ago I was thinking of voting no, but once I looked at the all the information, after all the politicians say, you know, Scotland can't do this or we shouldn't do it, I thought, well, why not? Why shouldn't we? And I'm now a committed yes voter. So I was just take it upon myself because I'm a concerned citizen for the way the country's going, and having three teenage children, I would like Scotland to maybe have more control of our own destiny. I don't know what you think about that yourself, sir.
Oh yes, well, my family's all divided.
Really?
I've got half my family are all yes and half are no.
And what about yourself? Are you yes or are you no? If you don't mind me asking them.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I'm tending towards the yes vote. So, but
good. Is there some things that you're not sure about at all, or with a lot of the debates being quite negative? Do you feel that's a bit?
Oh no, to be honest, that doesn't affect me at all. I can usually see through the rubbish anyway of all the kind of fear mongering and things like that.
Indeed. And there has been a lot of rubbish being thrown about, hasn't there?
Oh, there has.
It's always the same.
Yeah, I think the problem that the no campaign have had though is that they're really, all they've managed to do is just keep going on about the pound. That seems to be their only weapon that they're. To be honest, I've been down to Skegness. We get our kids down to Butlands, and I remember that I've been into places where they look at my Scottish banknote, and they have to go and check with the manager if I can use it.
Yes, indeed.
And so, to me, to be honest, a new currency isn't a bother for me.
Yes.
The whole even having a union, with the currency. To be honest, even if Plan B happened, it wouldn't worry me at all having a new currency either. But I think that's just a smoke screen for entering into the debates anyway.
Indeed, because if you look at it, when they say you can't have the pound or keep the pound, and what's Plan B, I think they'll have a compromise. But if you look, maybe after 5 years, if Scotland stays with the pound, it would maybe go something like the Isle of Man, where they have their own pound. And if someone wants to go spend in an Isle of Man, they have to transfer it to the Isle of Man pound.
Yeah.
And at least it would take that thing that you mentioned there. It would take away that grey area. If it means that, we know that if we go down to England on our holidays, we'll just have to go to the bank and change up our cash first because it's not legal tender down there. But hey, it's as long as it's something similar to what we've got in like the Isle of Man or Jersey or Guernsey, then we can keep a pound of a Scottish pound. But and we've got a Scottish pound anyway. It's just going to be a wee bit different. But it's going to clean up a lot of it.
But at the end of the day, whatever we go, it's going to be a step of faith for the if we do go independent. People are talking about they're voting no because they're just not sure of the future. But it's sure of the future with any anyway. And at the end of the day, you have to take a step of faith in it all.
Indeed.
But anyway, but in regards to my own, although I would have my own personal leanings would be in that direction, I still keep myself neutral for the sake of the church here, because there's very passionate voters on either side, and so they like.
I didn't know. I didn't know I was phoning. Is yourself? Are you a reverend? Sorry, yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Oh,
so I'm very much just neutral to the folks here in Stevenson. Because I know a number of folks want to come to me and they want to talk about their own feelings about these things, and if they feel that I'm siding one way, I know myself the way I would vote on the day, but to be honest, it's not an issue that I promote here at all.
I understand.
Yeah,
is there quite a lot of people in? Is there quite a lot of people in the village that are going to be voting no, or are there quite a lot of people undecided?
Oh yeah, well I've met a number who would be very Labour, and would be supporting a no, Better Together campaign.
Yeah.
But then there's others in our church as well who are going for a yes because they're tired of what we've had for years. So
see, I don't think it's a case of us losing out of the union, because we're going to have a new maybe financial union for ourselves, and a new economic union, a new political union, where Scotland will just have control for ourselves, but making our own decisions in a democratic way and more financial. But I still think we'll if we keep the pound, it'll most probably have the Queen's head on it. The Queen will probably be the head of state, will be part of the Commonwealth. So it's a case of, it's not a case where we can distance ourselves from England and cut ourselves away and say, right, we're taking ourselves into the North Sea and we're going away from them. We're always going to be close and combined to them. It's just going to be a new form of union. That's the way I look at it,
Yeah, well, that's right. You know, at the end of the day, it could be a wonderful new start for Scotland, and I can't see any nation saying no, we don't want to associate with you. You know.
No.
You know, at the end of the day, this could be a new beginning for everyone, and.
Yeah. If you can lead your congregation to the right way, the yes way, then Minister, yes, I would totally recommend it.
No.
but I suppose you've got to be. I suppose you have got to be.
Yeah, well, certainly if folks ask me in the congregation what they feel my own personal leanings are, I will be honest with them in that way. But I tend not to go promoting it from the church here. We keep ourselves very neutral from what's happening there, but we certainly are open to discussions when people want to know.
But can I ask, Reverend? I mean, is it Church of Scotland? Yes.
Yes, that's right.
I mean, forgive me for being a layperson, not understanding it completely, but would the Church of Scotland, I mean, the hierarchy, are they? I mean, are they? Well, it's hard to say. I was going to say, are they not pro Scotland because it is Scotland, you know, and being the Church of Scotland? I would have thought that.
Oh well, no. Well, to be honest, the Church of Scotland keep themselves on. They remain neutral. So the Church of Scotland has ministers within it, though, that are, you know, like we what the Church of Scotland have done is they've created places for debating. Like a lot of church halls, they open up now to allow all the different parties to come in and have debate nights. So the Church of Scotland have kept themselves neutral to allow for these debates to occur.
No, because I mean, with the name Church of Scotland, you would have thought that they maybe have erred with the side of wanting Scotland to be independent a wee bit, but you know, and maybe provide them with a bit more benefits. I don't know, but maybe that's just something very simplistic.
Yeah, no. Well, what the Church of Scotland tends to do is, you know, because they are seen as a neutral organisation, what they do is they explain to the Alex Salmond and, you know, the independence movement. They'll say to them, now this is what we would expect in an independent Scotland. You know, would you support this? And, you know, they may well say, well, of course, yeah, you know, Church of Scotland would be recognised. And then they do the same with the no campaign. They'll say, well, look, if everyone votes, you know, if the majority votes no, where does the Church of Scotland stand within this too? So we have to, you know, so the Church of Scotland is one of these neutral organisations. They put their case basically to the both sides. And so they have to vote in that way.
But there's no recommendation on high for everyone, or will they be leaving that to close, or will they say, well, we recommend?
They leave that to the debates themselves.
Right. No problem. That seems fair. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because, you know, like church halls are often opened up for the debates themselves. And so the Church of Scotland really can't say that we're going one side or the other, because you'll find that most ministers, you know, a lot of the ministers will all be divided right down the middle.
Yeah.
And it's to allow for that debate to go on.
You say the ministers are divided, would you say the congregation is divided down the middle, or is that a bit more different split?
Well, certainly being in Stevenson over the years, there's a strong Labour, you know, support here.
Right.
So it means that a lot of the people I've spoken to, they feel that they're going to be going with a no. Right. The younger people, though, are different. You know, when you're seeing the teenagers who are coming out now of school, and they're all yes. But certainly the older generation would, from, you know, listening to them, they're certainly feeling that they're going to be voting no.
Yes. That's interesting to get your take on it, Reverend. And yeah, that's
so,
interesting.
I know. Well, I think there's just so much discussion going on at the moment over it. But certainly, I personally, I just feel though that the media have really taken one side, and they really haven't been very helpful in promoting a neutral ground for debate.
Do you feel they've been on the no side too much then, yeah?
Oh, absolutely. You know, everything you read, everything you're seeing in the media, it's very much for the no campaign.
And I was opining earlier on that possibly the polls that are always and slightly in favour of the yes, they may be skewed as well. I mean, would you give any credence to that, do you think?
I don't know. Certainly, I think in Scotland today, you're seeing a younger generation coming through, and they're all going for a yes.
Yes, yeah.
But I think you do have a lot of the older generation. I think they're very much. My grandfather was Labour, or my grandfather was SNP, and they tend to vote with loyalty to their family tradition.
Indeed.
But the younger ones tend not to think like that. They would never, you don't see the young ones growing up saying, well, my father was this, or my grandfather supported this, therefore I'll support it. You don't have that. There's more of an independent nature, I think, with the young ones now. Yeah. And I think they'll just go with a gut reaction. They'll just say, no, I support yes. And they'll have no thought for loyalty to a family. But certainly with the older generation, there tends to be a very deep loyalty to whatever their forefathers have supported.
Yeah. No, it's understandable. Yeah.
So, I know, but we'll wait and see.
Yes, indeed, yes. And I was going to say, as I do to everybody else, encourage where you can. Obviously, yourself, encourage where you can for the yes, and obviously keep it discreet. But listen, take care, and God bless.
And yourself.
It's been wonderful talking to you. It really has.
Okay, and yourself now.
Take
Thanks
care,
for phoning.
Bye now.
Bye.
There you go. Reverend. God bless her, Rev. God bless her, Rev. That's all that has to be said. Right. God bless the Reverend. He was open, he was honest. You got to respect that, especially the part that says the way the media has been biased. Total respect for that guy. Well in the Rev. Right, it's 5 bells. $77.8. Roddy MacLeod, just as the church is independent from Anglican Church. Only bed sitters go to church. Bad demographic for yes. Roddy MacLeod, that is just shocking. Point taken, sir. Lenny Doug takes smack as well. Yes, indeed, Clarky boy. You never know, mate. You never know what these junkies will be feeding their dogs. The dog will be probably helping fucking heat up the kit for them, know what I mean? Go on, Scotty dog, go and fucking jump on that fire and put it on for us. Right, I'm out of here, troops. Arrivederci. Enjoy the bulging tonight. Enjoy the bulging called G-Man, Celtic Dreams, and God willing, we'll be back tomorrow. Doing a phone out campaign again. God willing, doing a nighttime show later on. And if anybody's out there, Oscar Pistorius, here's a joke here from Sir David Moonpegs. Has sacked his legal team. He's heard Celtics. He's heard you can lose both legs and still win. So David Moonpegs is a ban and offence. Absolutely shocking. I read that out. So that's why he's due to austerity cuts, Tory austerity cuts. I'm not able to afford an assistant to weed out those disgusting, vile tweets. How dare you? You're banned. Take his jump off the naughty step. Disgraceful, disgusting. Seriously brilliant at the same time. Right. That's true. Yes, got true, Roddy, you're right. It's a David Moonpeg as well. Can anybody get me the call? I'm trying to get it, but they wouldn't let me do it. Isla Blair, it was called the Ghost of Culloden. Can you get it uploaded? Ghost of Culloden, anybody? Right, you're out here at 18, 30 seconds. Good night, God bless. Celtic Dreams G-Man coming up after I do believe. Keep it real. Keep it Fenian. Champions League, Legia Warsaw, they're having a laugh.